Have you ever taken a long break from physical training, only to find that regaining your lost strength happens remarkably fast? It's a common experience, often dismissed with the phrase muscle memory. But what if that memory wasn't just a pattern in your brain, but a physical, permanent alteration inside the muscle cells themselves? What if every lift you've ever performed left an indelible mark, a cellular ghost that waits for your return? The story begins deep inside a single muscle fiber. Unlike most cells in your body, which have one nucleus, a muscle fiber is a giant, containing hundreds, sometimes thousands. Each of these myonuclei acts as a tiny command center, directing the production of proteins that make the muscle contract and grow. This army of nuclei is what gives muscle its unique ability to adapt and expand its functional capacity. The classical view was the myonuclear domain theory, which proposed that each nucleus could only manage a specific, limited volume of the cell. To get bigger, the muscle fiber needed more managers. But where do they come from? Lurking on the surface of your muscle fibers are dormant stem cells called satellite cells. When you challenge your muscles with resistance training, these cells awaken, divide, and fuse with the muscle fiber, donating their nucleus to the collective. This is how the army of command centers grows. For decades, the assumption was that this process was reversible. When you stopped training and your muscles atrophied, it seemed logical that the cell would shed these extra nuclei. But newer imaging techniques revealed something startling. The muscle fiber shrank, yes, but the nuclei, they stayed. The command centers you earned through hours of effort were not decommissioned. They remained embedded in the cell, a permanent architectural change. This is the true cellular basis of muscle memory. When you decide to train again, your muscle fibers have a massive head start. They are already hypernucleated. They don't need to repeat the slow process of recruiting and fusing satellite cells. The management infrastructure is already in place. All they have to do is turn the protein synthesis factories back on. You're not rebuilding the factory, you're just restarting the assembly line. This persistence has profound implications. A period of training in your youth might permanently enhance your muscle's potential for life. But it also enters a more controversial space. If anabolic steroids accelerate the gain of myonuclei, does that mean their benefits are, on a cellular level, permanent? This question has fueled intense debate over lifetime bans for athletes, suggesting an advantage that persists long after the drug has left their system. The story might be even more complex. Beyond just adding nuclei, training seems to leave epigenetic marks. Think of these as sticky notes placed on your DNA, tagging certain genes for muscle growth as important and easy to access. Even during a period of inactivity, these tags can remain, priming the cellular machinery for a rapid response. The memory isn't just in the number of command centers, but in the instruction manuals themselves. So the next time you perform a lift, consider the scale of it all. A single contraction, lasting a few seconds, initiates a biological cascade. That brief moment of effort can culminate in the permanent addition of a nucleus, a tiny biological structure that might persist inside your body for decades. You aren't just building strength for today. You are leaving a structural legacy for every future version of yourself. Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.